Yeah, this is my favorite, hands down. Could be a personal thing. Let's look at it objectively. Good morning foodies, I'm Wei Lun and welcome to the Gourmet Plate. Today we're at the city centre of Kuala Lumpur and we're going to take out some Indian food from a restaurant called Flower, helmed by Chef Yogi, and is known to serve modern Indian cuisine. Now, we have not dined in at Flower before, but if I'm not mistaken, they serve fine Indian tasting menus with a French influence. And because we are in a nationwide lockdown right now, dining is not allowed. Hence, Chef Yogi and his team has actually curated a delivery menu that consists of traditional Indian dishes such as curries, breads and biryani rice. Which is why, instead of just ordering a straight delivery, we decided to come and pick up the food. And I would really like to keep the bread as fresh as possible. Anyway, we are here and just take a look, Flower is right there. I like how the windows actually look. Very nice windows. And if you just take a look at it, I think we can see a portion of that dining area here, which is sort of like a glass enclosed area. Let us know if you would like us to dine in here in the future, maybe in our upcoming episodes. Leave a comment down below. Okay, in we go. And here, I believe, is our pickup. Nice. So we've gotten our takeout now, and we'll see you back at home in a bit. Hello guys, so we are back home and we have done our plating. We bumped into Chef Yogi while we were taking the delivery and we had a chat with him. It was a great experience because he explained to us the philosophy behind flour, not flour. Chef Yogi pronounced it flour, so it's flour. Sorry, Chef Yogi. So of course the food has cooled off a bit, but we did reheat the food because the team at Flour actually gave us the instructions of reheating your food, because what they are serving here on the delivery menu is more of a comfort food where you can reheat the curries, right? And even the tea and the biryani as well. The bread is not recommended to be reheated, but you can, and they do provide the instruction on that leaflet that they provide you. We have got quite a number of stuff. Let us just start and we'll explain as we go.
Yeah.
Let us start with the bread. What we have here are two types of bread.
One is the naan and the other one is lacha.
Yep, let's start with the naan first. Now, naan is an Indian flatbread that is made from multi-purpose flour, which we call maida, and it is then baked in a tandoor oven. Beautiful fragrance on the bread. Ooh. Let's try the naan as it is. Fragrance is definitely there. It's got that nice mild flour flavor as well. You could also still taste that toastiness around the edges. However, because it's delivery, which is very unfortunate, it's obviously a lot more floppy and the texture isn't the best texture. And I think this isn't the best representation of what Flour does with their roti. Why do we know that, right? Because when we took the takeout, we actually ordered an additional naan and we ate it on the spot. That naan straight out of that tandoor oven is the best naan that we've ever had, period.
Yep.
It's thin, yet it's got that nice fluff and a very beautiful chew within. And as you chew, it releases more and more of that bready sweetness. A very nice, beautiful, sweet note. That is a very good naan, and the delivery naan does it no justice. This today will act as more as a vehicle to carry out a curry. Let us start with the fish curry first. This is a Norwegian mackerel spicy curry. Okay, as you can see, it's beautifully coated. Let's go. Oh. Moderately spicy. A tinge of sourness. That beautiful mackerel fishiness. I'll call it a mackerel sweetness even. Oh, such a beautiful curry. Very good curry.
Very balanced flavor.
And in this case, the naan really acts just as a vehicle to carry that delicious sauce. Let's try the flesh of that fish. Oh, wow, just using the fork, it actually pulls it out. And look at the whiteness of that fish. Okay, let's quickly try this out. Normally, when you eat mackerel, it's tough. This is not tough. It's so tender. The moment you peel open the skin, it reveals a beautifully pearly white flesh, and the fish retains its own flavor. You could taste the mackerel flavor, and if you don't touch the curry, it's just a mackerel flavor. Beautifully done fish.
Yep, correct.
And the curry brings it up a notch. I'm actually very impressed with this dish lah. And it's cold. Guys, it's cold. It's a delivery dish. We're off to a fantastic start. Let us try another curry with the other bread, which we call the lacha. Lacha is another type of Indian flatbread. There is a brown bread. I think they are generally made with 100% whole wheat. And it's also cooked in a tandoor. The reason why it's called lacha is because of this. All of these beautiful layers. I think lacha in Hindi means layers. So what is done is they actually fold it. They make it like the way they will make a croissant. And it turns out these beautiful foldings here, and it gives you a better texture and creamier flavor because every layer that they roll, they wipe a layer of butter. So let's try this out. Kurt is going to split it for us. You could taste it's very different from the naan. It doesn't have that flowery fragrance. It has that wheat fragrance.
And there's a sweetness.
A certain form of sweetness.
The bread is very addictive. It makes me want to eat again and again.
Yeah, it's a very addictive bread. But I think this is a personal thing. If you like the powdery, wheaty flavor, it's quite addictive. Let's try this with some curry. We've got another curry here, which is a vegetarian curry. This is the okra masala. I think in India it's called bindi masala. Based on my very limited knowledge, masala, actually it doesn't equate to curry. Masala is basically a spice blend. It's a blend of spices and herbs. So let us try this out. Okay, I'm going to try and grab a bit of that okra. Hey, nice. I quite like this.
This masala curry starts with a clean savouriness, slightly sourness, and end with a spicy tone on your throat.
Yeah, that nice tingle on your throat. And the okra, they are not crunchy nor mushy. They are like right in between. A bit of crunch, a bit of softness. And I think after that sourness, there's a little bit of this mildly sweet flavor. All in all, very nicely done curry dish. Yeah. And it surprisingly goes well with the lacha. I love this. We should take a break from the curries and the bread. Let's move to this biryani rice. There are many types of biryani. We have no idea exactly which type of biryani this is. The only thing I know is that it's a long grain rice. I think they use basmati and it smells pretty fragrant. I think based on my very limited knowledge of Indian cuisine, the long grain type generally comes from North India. And South India, they like to use the short grain type. So what we have ordered here today is the mutton biryani. And let me quickly try this out first. Guys, look at this biryani. Notice how nothing clumps. Look at that rice. Look at that beautiful rice. Look at how individually grained they are. That is the first thing that hits you. The texture of the rice. It's a dry rice, yet it maintains that chew and the plumpness within the rice. The flavors are very delicate. It's like on your first mouth, it doesn't blow you away immediately. But as you chew and chew and chew, the spices start to present themselves. Savory, spicy, very well done biryani. Fragrant as well. And guys, this is cold, so it's still a very good biryani, no doubt. Let me try that mutton. Oh, the fragrance of the mutton, in a way that gaminess, right? Not in a bad way, in a really beautifully fragrant way. It's got a good chew to it. It's tender, and as you chew, the juices of the mutton slowly fills up your mouth cavity.
And the spiciness from the biryani still lingers in your mouth.
Yeah, it's like small little heat spots all over your mouth. It's a really addictive feeling. I'm not a guy who particularly loves mutton, I'll be honest. I mean, I don't hate it, but this is a very good mutton. Not gonna lie. It's good. Before we end up devouring the entire biryani, let us grab another piece. I think we'll go with the naan, and we go with this is what we call the butter chicken. We've had it before. This is not our first time ordering from Fla. As we told you, we always check the quality first. So the first time round, one of the favorite dishes that I love is the butter chicken. Let us try the butter chicken as it is first. Yeah, this is my favorite, hands down. Creamy, sweet, a bit of sourness, tiny bit of spiciness. Like towards the end, tiny bit. Butter chicken is generally made out of mainly of tomatoes. So the sweetness and the sourness, I believe, it comes from the natural flavor of tomato itself. Maybe you boil down the tomatoes or something, I don't know, you cook it down, and you achieve this amazing consistency. That balance in flavors, everything comes together. Beautiful dish. I wanna grab a piece of the chicken, and after I'm gonna just devour this dish. Tender, juicy even, and you could taste a bit of the roasted flavor of the chicken. Yeah, because they do roast it, you could still taste the chicken. The chicken itself, you could taste it. And the sauce, the beautiful sweet sauce. Sweet but not cloyingly sweet. It's so balanced. It almost resembles what you get from French food in a way. I can't wait to eat it with a naan. Okay guys, make it into a spoon shape and scoop as much as you can. Let's go. I'm a simple man. Good gravy, good bread or rice. A very well balanced gravy-ish dish that goes with rice or beautifully baked bread. My god, this is fantastic. That's generally all the food that we have tried, right? We've tried everything, right guys? Oh, we haven't had a tea. Sorry guys. So this is a masala chai, which is a spiced tea. I love the smell of it. You can immediately smell the spices. I think there's some ginger notes in it, right? Let's quickly try this. Beautiful aroma, flavor. It's a very mild sweetness. The key point is the spice and the tea and the milk. It's very well balanced. I love the spice within, that little notes of that. Beautiful aroma. I hate to sound like a broken recorder, but basically it's all about aroma and spice. And again, this is room temperature now. If it was hot, it would be crazy good. Okay guys, so that is the food that we have tried from Fla, and our general view of Fla's delivery is this. All the curries that we tried today, beautiful curry, definitely recommended, get them all. Subjectively speaking, my personal favorite is the butter chicken. Bread, of course you have to order, they are the vehicle for all these curries. Still pretty decent bread when it's in delivery format. But because it's delivery, it's really a shame in a way. Such a beautifully done bread cannot perform at its highest level. Eating the bread on the spot is really a world of difference. Biryani as well, fantastically good. Absolutely recommended. I mean, and yeah, and the tea, also check. Everything is recommended, guys. So that's it for our food adventure for the week where we try out Fla's delivery. Of course, as I mentioned, we will not rate an establishment based on its delivery because it's extremely unfair. So yeah, that's it. Absolutely recommended for delivery. I think the delivery set is pretty worth it. Very good quality, very well executed. Bear one thing in mind, when you eat it, try to taste the layers in the flavors. It's not something that explodes quickly in your mouth and blows you away straight up. No. But if you taste it properly, the flavors are beautiful. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed our food adventure for the week. If you like what you see, don't forget to leave us a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed, do consider subscribing and hit that notification bell button. Till we eat again next week. Bye bye.